On behalf of the University of Strathclyde, I welcome you to the Barony Hall for today's congregation for the Conferment of Degrees. This is a day of celebration for our graduates, for our family and friends, and also for our university staff. In many parts of the world, they call graduation ceremonies commencement ceremonies. And that is because we symbolise the closing of one phase in our graduate's life and the commencement of a new phase of that life, a new start. And all of our graduates just now are at the beginning of their next journey in their lives. In a few moments, it will be my great privilege to cap each of our graduates as they come up onto the stage. And this capping is a tradition that goes back many centuries. Before the university system even started, back to the Roman Empire and possibly even before that. And it's a sign of achievement, of status. And once a graduate is capped, they then become a graduate. And they join a worldwide community of Strathclyde alumni, numbering more than 150,000 people. 38,000 of those are business school alumni. So today is clearly a very special day. But this ceremony is particularly special because today we are presenting our Alumnus of the Year award. So without further ado, I declare this congregation open and I invite Dr. Martin Hughes to introduce our Alumnus of the Year, Mr. Callum Patterson.
Executive Dean, I have the honour to present to you Callum Patterson. Graduates, families and friends, and university colleagues, I am delighted to introduce Callum to you. Today, we celebrate the class of 2017. This is your day. Congratulations. You have worked hard to earn your qualification and the right to stand tall as a graduate of the University of Strathclyde. From now on, as the Executive Dean said, you join a 157,000 strong family of alumni throughout the world. As you take the next steps in your personal development and in your careers, you can continue to put useful learning into practice in order to advance your careers and to contribute positively to the health and well-being of society. The University of Strathclyde is rightly proud of the achievements of its alumni, and each year we celebrate the outstanding achievements of one of this group of past graduates through the Alumnus of the Year award. This special award is one of the ways Strathclyde recognises and celebrates the outstanding contributions which its alumni make in their chosen field in the UK and overseas. Recipients are inspirational individuals and role models, and this is particularly true in the case of today's recipient, Callum Patterson. The award recognises Callum's outstanding contribution to the UK's economy as one of our leading commercial investors and his exceptional dedication to the success and growth of Scottish and investee companies. Callum is a double graduate of the university, completing a degree in accounting and economics in 1985 and subsequently gaining an MBA by part-time study in 1993. Callum began his professional career training as a chartered accountant with Ernst & Young. In 1988, Callum joined the Scottish Development Agency, at that time Scotland's leading economic development body, as part of a management development programme, and began his career in commercial investment. Reflecting the growing importance of the role and contribution public policy interventions and risk capital can make to economic growth, the agency, now Scottish Enterprise, in 1991 evolved the in-house investment team to become Scottish Development Finance, SDF, and in 1994 Callum became director and leader of SDF. In 1996, Callum led SDF to raise a £25 million fund, the Scottish Equity Partnership. Entrepreneurial in nature, the fund represented a new, novel and innovative approach to raising capital in support of growth potential firms. In 2000, Callum led the management buyout of SDF to become Scottish Equity Partners, and it can be said that this is where the real magic begins. From its inception in 2000 and born into challenging market conditions, Scottish Equity Partners, SEP, with Callum as managing partner, has developed to become a significant, leading, successful, highly regarded and highly respected commercial investor. SEP's performance is the envy of many, if not all. A 20-year track record of successful commercial investment, 150 investments made, 120 exits achieved, $1 billion of funds under management, 30 high growth potential portfolio companies, and 45 team members employed in 3 locations across the UK. And we should perhaps note 2 significant achievements in November and December of last year. On 7 November, the announcement of the new £260 million fund, SEP5, to focus on high-growth technology companies. And on 9 December, the completion of the exit from Skyscanner, the all-in-one online travel business, following the formal completion of the company's £1.4 billion sale to Ctrip, the Nasdaq-listed Chinese online travel services provider. This is an estimable performance and testimony to the strength of the team that Callum has assembled at SEP, and importantly, how this highly skilled, highly professional and high-performing team is led. And with such a stellar track record, due recognition as the industry accolades testify. 5 times winner of Venture Capital Firm of the Year, and in 2016, winner of Best European Venture Capital Private Equity Fund. And on a personal level, further recognition, as in April this year, Callum became the Vice Chairman of the British Private Equity and Venture Capital Association, which represents the interest of over 250 private equity and venture capital firms across the UK. Alongside a growing list of impressive director and non-executive director positions, Callum is a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Scotland, and he's a Fellow of the Royal Society of Edinburgh. And it would be rather remiss of me not to mention Callum's ongoing support for the university, for the most kind 5-figure donation to the Strathclyde Entrepreneurs Fund, the university's new venture philanthropy fund, to support the university's entrepreneurs of the future. Graduates, families and friends and university colleagues, this is a remarkable story of a remarkable career of a remarkable Strathclyder. It is underpinned by hard work, dedication, impeccable professionalism, integrity and success. And throughout his illustrious and extensive career, Callum has displayed ambition, boldness, innovation, important values which are shared by the University of Strathclyde, and values which today's class of 2017 are encouraged to embrace and to demonstrate throughout your careers. It is with the greatest pleasure, therefore, Executive Dean, that I ask you to present the Alumnus of the Year Award to Mr. Callum Patterson.
Well, thank you very much. Executive Dean, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, It's an honour for me to be here today, and I'm very grateful to Professor Hillier for presenting me with this award. I'm also very grateful to Professor Hughes for his extremely kind words and his friendship, actually, over many, many years. This university has an illustrious history of graduates, from John Logie Baird, inventor of the television, to fingerprint ID pioneer Henry Faulds, and James Paraffin Young, the early pioneer of oil refining. And if I look through the list of past recipients of this award, they also seem to be very high achievers. I'm quite certain they're all much cleverer than me, and some of them, like the lead singer of Franz Ferdinand, are definitely a lot cooler. And as we've just heard, there are more than 150,000 other Strathclyde alumni across the world today, and so I'm also certain that many of them would have been much more deserving recipients of this year's award than me. So it's with that sense of perspective and humility and the recognition of the extraordinary impact that Strathclyde's graduates have had globally that I feel very privileged to stand before you today. I graduated way back in 1985, the same year as the first mobile phone call was made in the UK, and 4 years before the World Wide Web. A pint of beer cost 80 pence, even less in the Students' Union, and a 3-bedroom house cost £25,000. You can understand why I'm starting to feel rather old. But since then, I've been very proud to watch Strathclyde make great advances and build on its reputation for academic excellence to become a leading international technological university. And Strathclyde Business School has won global recognition for its standing commitment to business innovation and entrepreneurship, subjects in which I have a keen personal and professional interest. Today, then, I would like to pay tribute to Professor Sir Jim MacDonald and everyone at Strathclyde associated with these very impressive achievements. I was brought up in a small town called Linlithgow, and so arriving in Glasgow for the first time to begin studying at Strathclyde was something of a shock to my system. I had much to learn. I learned that Glasgow is a unique city with an incredible history, friendly people, and a great vibe, not to mention its own distinct, if rather exotic, vocabulary. At university, perhaps more than anything else, I learned how to think and how to think critically. And so, regardless of your degree discipline or the career path you choose, that is a key skill. It's a key life skill too, if we're to avoid retreating into our own bubbles, where we only accept information that fits our preconceived views and opinions, regardless of whether it happens to be true or not. Strathclyde gave me a great education and undoubtedly helped to shape me as a person. It also gave me the very best possible start to my career. I had many outstanding teachers, including 3 who are now emeritus professors of economics at the university, Brian Ashcroft, Jim Love, and Kim Swales. After graduating, I joined Ernst & Young as a trainee chartered accountant. I soon realised that I didn't want to be a career accountant, but nonetheless, that gave me an excellent introduction to business and finance, and it also gave me professional discipline. After 3 years, I joined the Scottish Development Agency. My university studies had given me an interest in economic development, but really the key attraction for that job was the prospect of sponsorship for an MBA at Strathclyde. Quite soon, I joined the agency's investment arm, eventually went on to run it, and that was really the start of my career in private equity and venture capital. Perhaps the entrepreneurial spirit of some of the people in the companies that we invested in started to rub off on me, in a small way anyway. In the year 2000, I set up Scottish Equity Partners along with a team of executives who'd worked alongside me. Our first chairman was the late Professor Neil Hood, an eminent Strathclyder, a brilliant man, and a great source of advice and inspiration. I've been leading the firm for 17 years, during which time we've raised £1 billion in funds. We've invested in some of Europe's most exciting technology companies, and at the same time, we've had to navigate our way through some rather choppy financial and economic waters. But what I've liked most about working in venture capital is the idea that doing well and doing good do not have to be mutually exclusive objectives. If the companies we invest in are successful, they will also make a broader contribution to the economy and to society in terms of enterprise, employment and entrepreneurship. Over the years, we've invested in some great companies and helped them do incredible things, such as developing pioneering cancer treatments, introducing the world's first daily disposable contact lens, and building the world's most successful meta-search tool in travel. Innovation is really at the very heart of our investment strategy. And today, it's more important than ever that innovation is a key driver of economic growth. Successful economies need innovators, and as graduates, whether you join an established business, an ambitious young company, or even start up your own venture, you will almost certainly find that innovation is fundamental to competitiveness. As for the question of what makes a successful investment, I'm quite clear that it's not what you invest in, but who you invest in that matters most. Luck plays a part, time is also important, and as the great Warren Buffett says of investment, you don't have to be pretty smart, but you have to be patient. Those of you graduating today are the talent pool of the future, and you may well pursue several different careers in your working lifetime. I'm not going to predict the jobs of the future, but back in 1985, it would have been impossible to envisage many of the jobs that are commonplace today. Fortune magazine recently highlighted some particularly interesting real-life jobs, although perhaps they don't feature too widely in graduate career options. They included Galactic Viceroy of Research Excellence, Paranoid in Chief, Chief Troublemaker, and Dean of Pizza. So if I ever consider a change of career, at least it's good to know there are other options out there. But whichever direction you take, you are off to a head start with a degree from an excellent university. The path ahead will not always be straightforward. Progress can sometimes be uneven. So you will need to be strong, determined and resilient. But you should remember that you live in a society where you are free to pursue your individual dreams through your own endeavour, your own effort and your own imagination. In other words, you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it, work hard and don't give up. My sincere thanks again to the university for this award, to my family and everyone else who has helped me along the way, and I wish all of you, as fellow alumni of this great place of learning, every success in the future. Thank you.
Executive Dean, in the name of the University and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Accounting, Brian Ross Brown. Amy Devine. Lauren Wilson. Thomas Forsyth. Jishin Wang. Rebecca Weir. Jian Yi. In Accounting and Business Law, Nicholas Alexander Joyce. Melissa Thompson. In Accounting and Economics, Kyle William Alexander. Scott Cummings. Anna Traynor. Emily Elizabeth Campbell. Jiang Yu Chen. Gordon Christie. Connor Fitzpatrick. Colin Ferguson Hanley. Jibo Shi. Yiming Yu. In accounting and finance, Claire Marie Bradley. Samantha Corley. Jonathan Cowan. Sarah Dabour. Jamie Thomas Dixon. Kieran Dunn. Sarah Ferguson. Kira Alison Flaherty. Holly Fleming. Matthew Gallina. Samantha Gillies. Nicola Jane Gilmer. Russell Hamish Grant. Joshua Lynn. Josh McClymont. Ruth McGarity. Fraser McLaughlin. Scott Martin. Andrew Mulholland. Dominic Mullen. Humza Nizar. Gavin John Philp. Scott John Simpson. Daniel George Skinner. Lee Timlin. Yifei Yang. Ross Barlow. Elizabeth Coulter. Kelsey Angela Dunlop. Catherine McCardle. Connor William McAnally. Ross Milner. Oscar Maximilian Muller. Cara Cunningham Purdy. Connor James Rayside. Andrew Allen Rigmond. Christopher Stevenson. Andrew Duncan Strachan. Amy Thompson. Wei Feng Deng. In Accounting and Hospitality and Tourism Management, Roisin Docherty. In Business Analysis and Technology, Erin Brawley. Molly Anderson McKenna. David O'Brien. Rachel Louise Wilson. Sarah Jardin. Rositsa Petrova Mitsina. In Business Analysis and Technology and Hospitality and Tourism Management, Ashley DL. In Business Analysis and Technology and Management, Ailsa Duncan. Suman Sonia Iqbal. Denitsa Vasileva Taneva. In Business Enterprise, Estelle Chu Lee Min. Scott Campbell Dawson. Daniel Wing Hon Lee. Nicholas Murphy. Desislava Angelova. Ewan John Douglas. Scott Hernan. David Marshall. Amy Elizabeth Martin. Kirsty Paul. Abby Renison. In Business Enterprise and Economics, Michael Maguire. In Business Enterprise and Finance, Pavel Sviatkov-Ristov. In Business Enterprise and Hospitality and Tourism Management, Isra Anwar. Anna Maria Hristova. In Business Enterprise and Management, Catherine Louise Carlisle. Shannon Caitlin Harris. Vanessa Lola Hill. In Business Enterprise and Marketing, Morven Cameron. Abby Alexandra Ewart. Stuart Forrester. Grant Halley. Cornelius Hillier. Stephen William Linus. Andras Pal Danyi. Clara Reeves Tomlinson. In Economics, Louis Bennett. Antoaneta Sedefova-Belyanska. Jasmine Dröge. Russell John Hay Hume. Jamie Looms. Marcus Muller. Paul James Stanton. Darach Campbell. Emil Dimitrov. Robert Duncan. Colin Graham Forsyth. Paul Hendry. Amy McLaughlin. Mark McReynolds. Neil Moran. Stephen Robertson. Angus Rowell. In Economics and Business Analysis and Technology, Leona Crancher. Douglas Stewart McKern. Tihomir Dimitrov. James Robert Hugh McLaren. In Economics and Business Enterprise, Jack Mohammed McGuinness. Thomas Edward Mooney. In Economics and Finance, Mark Airley. Callum Watson. In Economics and Human Resource Management, Maria Jose Felicetti. In Economics and Management, Kristina Atanasova. Kristina Dimitrova. Alexandra Zoe Edgar. In Economics and Marketing, Gavin Easton. Sarah Hanlon. Kirsty McAloon. In Economics and Politics and International Relations, Ross Patrick Henry. In Finance, Conor McLaughlin. Xinghe Ni. Paul Ogilvie. Theodor Ivov Vladimirov. David Wagner. Ryan Thomas Cox. Graham Cullen. Jiakai Jiang. Angus Monroe Johnston. Yanran Kong. Lanshi Lee. Jodie Florence McClelland. Chloe Mitchell. Atanas Panev. Jengshin Sun. Haoren Wang. Yudi Wang. Yunpeng Wang. Chang Shu. Yizhu Wang Yang. Yang Zhang. Zhou Miaoji. Whankioruri. In finance and business enterprise, Karolis Daujotas. In finance and economics, Jan Jindra. Vanita Shrinkapai Bulaya. Jonathan Ching Yin Wong. In human resource management, Laura Elizabeth Mackay. Hannah Elizabeth Brosnan. Elaine Susan Brown. Martin Garkov. Lindsay Victoria Glasgow. Lorraine Elizabeth Kyle. Linda Margaret McBride. Kieran Robert Smith. In human resource management and business analysis and technology, Emma Emilova Renova. Darren Steele. In human resource management and business law, Asil Ali Rashid Al Balushi. In human resource management and hospitality and tourism management, Fiona Latimer Winning. In human resource management and management, Alison Mabin. Katie Lane. In human resource management and marketing, Sienna Anderson. Katrina Rolland. Shannon Bell. Siobhan Walker. In business administration, Karan Manish Sharma. For the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Anil Yodaskan Altun. Anne Elizabeth Banchbach. Heather McClarty. Rachel Catherine Taylor Maguire. Ming-Kun Lee. Charlotte Albertine Unruh. Nishant Ashwin Jain. Michael Pringle. Chengzi Zhou. Methan Abdullah Mashhadi. In Business Analysis and Technology, Rebecca Charlotte Robertson. In Economics, Kevin Ichiro Mayar. George Alexander Mitchell. In Finance, Magnus Leivstad Hall. In Marketing, James Robert Barker. Jordan Lee Connolly. Matthew Doig. Adam Joseph Hughes. Jordan Russell. Gordon Shepherd. Mariam Khalid Darwish Al-Balushi. Evelina Genevieva Ristova. Shin Shin.
Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, but most of all, our graduates. It is a real pleasure to welcome you here to the Barony Hall, one of the jewels in Strathclyde's crown. Rightly, our graduates have been centre stage, and I begin my address today by congratulating you once again on your academic achievements. Your hard work has paid off, and it has now been recognised in front of your families, your friends, and the staff who taught and supported you during your time here. We know just how much work you've put in to get here today. Those late nights writing assignments, those early mornings in the winter when you had to get up for the 9 a.m. lecture on a Friday, those evenings before submission deadlines when you just can't find anything worthwhile to write. As a parent, I can tell you, we felt just as much pain as you felt in those times, I can tell you. The wonderful French composer Claude Debussy said that music is the space between the notes. There is an interesting symmetry between beautiful music and academic success. The notes we hear are your assignment grades, your exam marks, your degree award. And the space between those notes represent those quiet hours of study, of writing, of reading, of listening. And without that necessary space between the notes, you can have no music. It is your hard work over the past few years at Strathclyde in that space between the notes that has led to your success today. Congratulations. In just a few minutes' time, you will be asked to join the academic procession as it makes its way down the aisle. This invitation symbolises the fact that you're no longer students, but full members of the academic community at Strathclyde. It is an important moment for you all. This class of 2017 is graduating at a time of considerable global change in Scotland, in the UK, and internationally. There is no question that challenges lie ahead for all of us. But as a member of the Strathclyde family, you belong to a large and ever-growing worldwide community with a shared ethos of tolerance and understanding and a desire to make a positive difference. Whatever you choose to do in life, remember that you possess the most valuable assets anyone can have in today's world: knowledge, the ability to innovate, and the capacity to use your talents for the good of society. Remember, you're the oldest that you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again. There is no time to wait. This is your time, and you must make the most of it. As graduates of a socially progressive university, you have a competitive advantage, having been equipped with the skills, know-how, and life experiences to positively influence and shape the world around you. As Strathclyders, and I am one like you, we carry a sense of duty to use what we have learned wisely and for the good of others. The desire to make a positive impact in the world comes naturally to graduates of this university. We only have to look at the achievements of those who have gone before us for inspiration. To John Anderson, our founder, who established this university for the good of all mankind. To George Birkbeck, who introduced free classes on mechanics for Glasgow's tradesmen. To the missionary and explorer, David Livingstone. To John Logie Baird and Lord Reef, whose work in television brought us visual marvels that they could hardly have dreamed of. And in the present day, we look to Dame Eilish Angelini, a pioneer in Scottish justice. To Sir Tom Hunter, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Scottish history and a philanthropist. And to Callum Patterson, who we've heard so much about today. You're now part of this community, and I hope that in a future graduation, the presiding officer will be presenting your name as the alumnus or alumna of the year. You're graduates from different backgrounds, cultures, and societies. Irrespective of your specific life journey, I am sure you've been given lots of advice on how to make the best of your lives. Some you will definitely ignore, and some maybe stick with you. But most you will have learned for yourself. You all have the potential for greatness. William Arthur Ward put it well when he said, "Greatness is not found in possessions, power, position, or prestige," and I'm sure that these are all in your future. Instead, greatness is discovered in goodness, humility, service, and character. As a Strathclyde graduate, we want you to be the best professionals, but we want you to be even better people. To reach this point in your lives today, each of you will have travelled a different journey. For some, the path will have been relatively easy, and for others, more difficult. But I'm certain of one thing: none of you would be here without the active support of your family and friends. They've picked you up when you've been down, encouraged you when you needed it, and they're here to support you once again today, proudly watching as you cross that stage, with broad smiles and possibly the odd tear in an eye. Your family and friends are celebrating today because you carry with you their hopes and dreams, their confidence that you can make this a better world. So for the past half hour or so, their applause has rung in your ears, and I'd now like to invite our graduates to show their appreciation for the support of their family and friends. We will actively keep in touch with you through our alumni and communications teams, and I would ask that you too please keep in touch with us. We would love to hear about your achievements as you progress through your lives and careers, and we look forward to hearing from you again. The advice and guidance given by our alumni has helped to provide the first-class education and student experience that you've all had at Strathclyde. And I now ask that you think of those who will follow in your footsteps. You are a member of this truly wonderful Strathclyde family, and that will never leave you, no matter where you are in the world. I touched earlier on some of the key figures who have helped create the University of Strathclyde. You can tell a lot about the values of an organisation by looking at its roots. Strathclyde traces its lineage back to 1796, when Professor John Anderson brought it into being, the only Scottish university founded in the Enlightenment and embodying Enlightenment principles of reason, tolerance, and equality. Anderson believed in useful learning, and his commitment to taking knowledge and using it for the greater good is the motivating force which gives Strathclyde its momentum today. It can be seen in our business school, which was named Business School of the Year in November in the prestigious UK-wide Times Higher Education Awards. It can be seen in our Advanced Forming Research Centre, which sets new standards in design and manufacturing, and which has more than doubled in size to meet industry demand. And it can be seen in our £89 million Technology and Innovation Centre, which is transforming the way academics collaborate with business, industry and the public sector to bring global competitive advantage to Scotland. TIC, as it's fondly known, is a tangible sign of the university's commitment to world-class research and ensuring outcomes that have maximum benefit to society and the economy. These represent a small sample of the many innovative projects and initiatives led by our world-class academic and professional services colleagues who are taking new knowledge and using it to solve problems in industry, in the classroom and in boardrooms. I'm especially pleased that we're developing our campus to enable us to do even more. Our business school's flagship building has been transformed with a £23.2 million investment. We're about to begin work on a £60 million teaching and learning hub and a £31 million sport, health and wellbeing centre, bringing our total expenditure on our estate to £650 million this decade. So too has it been a year to celebrate for our students. Kirsten Alexander McGarry was named as Management Undergraduate of the Year at the Target Jobs Undergraduate of the Year Awards. Ross Keane from Accounting and Finance, who graduated in 2014, came first in the world for the CIMA Management Level case study. Our current economics student, Beck George Anyak, has just been appointed as State Minister for Finance and Public Services in the Government of South Sudan. Nicola Rafferty from our Entrepreneurship Department has been shortlisted for the Future Leader in Business Undergraduate of the Year Awards 2017, which is in partnership with Mars. A group of our Business Enterprise third-year students reached the finals of the L'Oreal Brandstorm competition in London in April. Rebecca Pick, a business school alumna from just a couple of years ago and a current tutor to our existing students, secured more than £800,000 of investment to launch a new high-tech personal attack alarm. Vary Love and Sam MacArthur has been awarded Carnegie Scholarships for summer internships in the Fraser of Allender Institute. Our management science student, Nadia Vasileva, was part of the team that won the Roland Berger Case Study Challenge in Bucharest this year. And finally, 102 of our business students studied in locations all over the world as part of their degree, taking our Strathclyde ethos to every place that they went to study. And that is why our graduates are so highly prized by companies looking to recruit the best talent to drive their businesses forward. That is why world-class companies such as Rolls-Royce, GSK, Iberdrola, Weir Group, Babcock and Boeing are investing in Strathclyde. And that is why we're leading research in all of our departments in the university, including the business school. Our success is in no small part due to the collective talent, effort and commitment of our staff. The 3,200 colleagues who are pulling together to deliver one vision, a leading international technological university. And like me, they are very proud of your achievements. I know that the class of 2017 will demonstrate the power of useful learning, and I know that you will make your dreams a reality. I know you will make a difference to the world in which we all live. Thank you. I now declare closed this congregation for the conferment of degrees. I'd like to invite our graduates to join the academic procession, but given the weather, would family and friends please stay behind until the procession has left the building, and then join us in the Lord Todd for refreshments. Thank you.
Support.